Hello, Collective. Wendy Joy. People always ask me, what have I learned? I am offering aid and assistance and knowledge. What have I learned? What are my abilities? And I simply tell them that life lessons have shown me a variety of people that exist in this world, and they have all different types of levels to them. Um, some negative and some positive. And then I found some that just hang out in the middle. And they think that life is going to provide to them their desire, their dream, if they just sit there and wait for it. But that never happens. So I learned in my life that there's choices that you could make. You could either stay on the low end of the spectrum, you could hang out somewhere in the middle, or you can achieve to be the positive side of the spectrum and go as far as you possibly can. Now, I also saw the causes and the effects that happened to those groups of people along the way. And some were, hard for them to handle, to swallow, and others were elated in regards to their, abundance that flowed in because of their mindset. And, which created more, for them in the future. And it did, actually. I witnessed people with positive outlooks and continuing to hold on to the better side of perception, if you will. Being able to stay balanced and grounded did achieve, great levels of success within positivity, within themselves, within others, within community, around, whatever. I have noticed that. I've seen that. Which means that if it could be done, then it could be replicated. So when you are on your crossroad, right? Not a bad crossroad where you're conjuring, demons and stuff, but the crossroad in your life where you decide, am I going to stay on the path I'm on, or am I going to take a chance and take a different path, a path unbeknownst to you that could lead you to your riches, whether it be internal riches or external riches, and I understand that everybody asks for things, but you have to stop doing that, because if you're asking for something, then you're putting yourself in a place of submission. So that to me reminds me of the people in between. So the people in between, right, that are just hanging out, waiting, those are the people that are asking for things, but they're not putting any effort, any movement, any desire or direction into achieving what it is that they're asking, right? So those people they live their entire lives, or, up till whenever they get the epiphany that life doesn't exist to provide their solutions to their questions, right? Life is designed to, and we as humans, have a brain, a functioning brain, where we could use the left or the right or the center or whatever hemisphere within our dome that gives us logical, rational thinking, right? We have the ability to go after what it is we ask. And then when the universe sees that we are actively pursuing, that's when the universe will open up doors that will lead you to the path, because the universe now sees that you're willing, ready, and are, right? Because it all has to be in the present tense, right? Working towards what it is that you desire, in, or asking, right? So yeah, I'm sorry. It's a shame and it's sad when people are stagnant in their life, not wanting to choose, to make a decision, to pick up the effort and the strength and the courage to act in that decision, right? To walk in that decision. So, like, for example, you have to get up and do a routine, before you can consider yourself ready to walk out the door, right? To go to wherever it is you're going. And I have a routine every day, it's the same thing. And I don't do it because of repetition. I do it because it works, and it allows me the freedom and the ability to be able to pursue the day as it unfolds out in front of me. And walking blindly on your path in faith, right, gives you the ability to stand a step taller, right? Because now you have the divine and your spirit team actively giving you strength and encouragement and motivation and the willingness to continue forward. Because I do understand that in order to get to where you want to be, right, you have to go through those hurtful pain points that you're trying to forget, suppress, or run away from, right? And unfortunately, that is part of the cause and the effect, right? Like the way the world seems to work. You need to learn whatever lesson you're running from in order to advance to your next level. And, people don't realize how many levels there are in between the steps. Or the steps, because the steps are quite huge. And unless you have the ability to just jump to the next step and bypass all of those lessons, I don't know many. I don't know actually any that have that ability, because they'll always get pushed backwards to take care of and address what they continually sidestep or walk past. I learned that the hard way, because I thought I could just, the past is the past, it could stay there, right? But what I neglected to realize in that moment was that all the lessons that I learned were staying hidden also, and they weren't illuminated to me, which left very big blanks or holes that, my inquisitiveness, the curiosity inside of me, needed to have a straight connected line in order to be able to see how I proceeded or progressed over my life cycle, so that I could make sure that, I didn't miss another lesson or suppress another lesson, that I understood and, received the value, because every lesson is filled with value. And value is extremely important in order to believe. The value is easy for you to understand, to relate to associate with. Okay? And as far as the negative side of the spectrum. Well, the levels to that, the higher they get, the more dangerous they are to the human form. And at some point they do, give their soul away to the lesser demon entity that, they think that they're going further in life being aligned to. And that's extremely sad. And for everyone on the negative side of the scale, whatever level you may be in, I am offering you serious, pure love, light, positivity, possibility, positive encouragement, positive forward movement in the right side of the road, and not forward movement in a negative realm, if you understand that. Because my goal is to reach every person, whether they're on the path of, whether they're in any category, okay? Whether they're on the negative side, the positive side, or the in-between side. Because the power of love and light and positivity, and knowing that everything is possible when you set your mind to it, right? Everything positive is possible. Make sure that I said that correctly, because I didn't want anyone to misunderstand. Because you could do things in a forward movement, and think that you're going higher, when in reality what you're doing or how you're doing it is either hurting you or holding you back. So make sure you go through all of those points, and if there's anything nugging you in the back of your, in the back right here, that is saying, address me, look at me, see me, hear me, feel me, right? Like the Who, like the song, Tommy. And I'm getting silly again. Please figure out what it is that's been holding you back, so you can accept it, understand, accept, forgive, release, let go, and allow room for the right type of positivity come flowing to you. A lot said in one breath. But I wanted to make sure that it was correct. And whatever it is that you do today, I hope that decision comes your way where you can decide, right, what category you reside. And if you find yourself in a position or a category that really doesn't suit you, then you have the power to change that. And change is everywhere. I just feel it. There is great things that are happening behind the scenes to everyone who is actively positive and working towards their inner desires, their true path. I am. And there is bright skies ahead of me, and I cannot wait to figure out where. Well, I shouldn't say figure out, because I do know. I do know. But the steps in between the perfect reality that I envisioned so long ago and today are a little bit unclear as how they're going to proceed. How many lessons between each step until I can get to where I need to be. But it's all bright and sunny skies. And I know that if you try, even if you fail, if you get back up, eventually you will succeed. Just remember to pivot and switch your mindset. Try a different way if the way you're trying isn't working out. But always remember that I am here, and if you need me, please reach out. I have an awesome ability to be able to see what it is that you're trying to hide, and not negatively to hurt you, but to help you. And if you allow me, I'll be more than happy to walk with you on your journey to your true path. My lovely collective, whatever you do today, love, light, positivity, possibility, and everything in between come your way easily and effortlessly every single day. Until then, I love you.